I am 19 years old. My father has a job in a conventional bank. Will Allah punish me if I consume the wealth of my father? I tell him to leave this job, but he hasn't left this job. What should I do? Dealing in riba, it is haram, it is prohibited in Islam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the glorious Quran, Surah Al-Baqarah, chapter number 2, verse number 278 and 279. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu taqullaha wa dharu ma baqiya min ar-riba in kuntum mu'minin. O you who believe, give up your demands on riba if you are believers. فَإِن لَمْ تَفْعَلُوا, if you do not do so, فَأْذَنُوا بِحَرْبٍ مِّنَ اللَّهِ وَرَسُولِهِ. So be prepared that Allah and His Messenger will wage a war against you. Dealing in riba, it is haram, it is prohibited in Islam. And working in a conventional bank, a bank that deals in riba, it is prohibited. And I've stressed upon this previously also. Working in a conventional bank, a bank that deals in riba, it is haram. And working in any post in this conventional bank, whether it be a manager, whether it be a branch manager, whether it be a security guard, whether it be a clerk, working in any post in a conventional bank, a bank that deals in riba, it is haram, it is prohibited. Now, since you have asked the question that your father, he is working in a conventional bank, so what you can do is, for example, if your father is working in a conventional bank, for example, if your father is working in a conventional bank and this is only a job that is part-time, this is one of his jobs that he has, whereas besides this he has another job, and this is not his only source of income. He is working in a bank, but this is not his only source of income, and he has also another source of income that is completely halal. So what you can do is, you can tell your father that the money that he spends on you, to spend it only from the halal income, and not to spend any money on you from the haram income, from the income that he gets from the bank, from the riba based income. You can request this to your father. But if your father, his complete income, that is 100% of his income, it is from the conventional bank, it is riba based, so what should you do in this situation? Can you take money from your father? Can your father spend money on you? Will you be sinning in this situation? The scholars, they have said that if a father is working in a conventional bank, or if a father is dealing in riba, if a father is dealing in riba and his income, it is haram, and he spends on the children, on his children, for their basic needs, for example, their clothing, their food, their shelter, the basic requirements that a child would require. So in this situation, there is no sin upon the children, because the children, they are dependent upon the father, and the children should only take what is required for them, their basic needs, and they should not take extra money from their father. But if a child, for example, if he's 19 years, 20 years, 21 years, if he has grown up and if he can earn a living, so he should earn a living through a halal source, earn halal money and spend on himself. This would be the best. So if you are dependent on your father and if you cannot earn a living, so you should take only that much amount what is for your basic needs. You should not take extra money from your father. But if you can earn a living and you can earn money, then you should earn money that is halal money and spend from this halal money. Spend on yourself from this halal money. This would be the best. And I would like to stress on another important point, is that if a father dies, if a father passes away, so and the money that he has left behind, it is haram money, it is interest based money. So can the inheritors inherit this money? In this situation, the scholars, they say that the money that the father has left behind, if it is riba based money, so this money, it should be returned back to the people who the father has taken money from. And if you cannot find those people, then you should give it in charity. And for example, if half of the property that the father has left behind, if it is riba based, so you should remove this half of his property and give it back to those people who your father has taken money from. If you cannot find them, then to give it back in charity. And the remaining money, you can distribute it among the inheritors. It can be distributed among the inheritors. But if you are unaware of the percentage or the amount of wealth that is riba based or that is haram, then in this situation, what should you do? The scholars, they say that in this situation, as you are unaware of how much wealth is interest based, so in this situation, half of your wealth, half of the wealth of the father, it should be considered as if it is haram money and it is interest based money, and it should be given back to those people who your father has taken loan from or given in charity, and the remaining half, it can be distributed among the inheritors. So if the father, he is earning some haram money and he's spending it on his children, his money, it is riba based, so in this situation, there is no sin upon the children as far as the father is spending on them for their basic needs. But the children should not take extra money that is more than their basic needs from the father. So I hope that answers your question.